Hello, hi, my name is Rory Bower with Busy Bees Apiaries and founder of honeybeetrends.org. It is my hope today to recruit you to help solve one of our most pressing problems in our world, the loss of the honeybees. Did you know that they are responsible for the pollination of 1/3 of our food supply? In this process, we may also discover much about what is affecting our own health. The honeybee is to us what the canary was for the coal miner. The canary was used in the mines to see whether there was enough oxygen for the miners. If the canary fell over, that meant it was time to get out. What are the dying bees telling us? In addition to the normal problems the bees face on a daily basis, their immune systems are being broken down. So I ask you this question: if the immune systems of the bees are being broken down and our food supply is common to theirs, how much longer before we see problems with our own immune systems? Or have we already? Also, many people believe that bees are having memory problems that are related to pesticides currently used today. Then on top of this, on October 7th, there was breaking news with headlines that read, "Military and scientists find new suspects in dying beehives," while other headlines inferred that the problem is solved. But if you read beyond the headline, you will discover that the truth is anything but. Is this present hype with military involvement a simple, lame attempt to restore confidence and push the issue out of the news cycle for good?
In May of 2007, our son, who was 3 at the time, was tucked in bed as usual, except that night he didn't feel so good, as is common from time to time with little children. So he got extra hugs and kisses from us and was off to sleep. The next morning, all our lives were changed, as we observed that in the hours that he'd slept, he had developed large lumps over his eyes, and in fact that he could hardly see. In the coming days, we learned that the lumps were in fact tumors that were the resulting manifestation that he had developed acute myeloid leukemia. We soon found ourselves isolated with his condition in a long 7-month healing process. We found ourselves in a revolving system in a children's hospital. We were shocked to see many other young children just like our son with similar problems from our own area that kept the system running at capacity. Are you asking, so what does this have to do with bees dying? Well, for your answer, briefly let's go back to the hospital with my son. Shortly after arriving there, we began to interact with other grieving parents. We all had been caught off guard, and our family seemed to have been violated in some way. While in that frame of mind, it seemed that many of us independently wanted to lay blame for our children's condition somewhere. Interestingly enough, our conclusions had little to do with what the wise doctors were telling us. We placed the blame predominantly on our modern-day food supply, with vaccines to a lesser degree. Now, why do I draw this personal experience as a parallel to the bee crisis? Because in both cases, the so-called experts are leading us to believe one thing, while in fact one of the main causes is the adulterated food supply. Why are so many smart professionals looking dumber all the time as they continue in their denials? I and many others already know what lies behind this supposed mystery, but it makes little difference until more people learn the truth as well. This situation we are all in will get worse before it gets better. But to what degree we will have to suffer is predominantly up to us as individuals, and to what level we are willing to network together and pool our resources to level the odds of the adversary, which for now it will suffice to call greed. My plan to you is one that will lead us to victory on behalf of the honeybee and for us, better health. Like many battles that humanity has already faced and won, we can in this one unite and win. Beekeeping is a very pleasurable activity and will lead to meaningful interactions with others in your community. Many people are aware of the fact that bees are having problems and will be interested in what you are doing. This strategic plan is for new and experienced beekeepers alike. This plan will require you to purchase one complete beehive with bees. Your purchase will also enter your new hive into an independent research and testing program that is superior to those carried out thus far. This plan also consists of a customized social network program that will provide for you to individually keep records of your hive with real-time publishing and average the data with that of other hives around the country. This will provide for better promotion and reporting of the truest situation that we and our bees are in, while minimizing any chance of corruption of the data by the one before addressed as greed. This process will be enriched via the era we live in, with chat, forums, and file sharing, including video with voting capabilities that will offer voting for Beekeeper of the Month and of the Year, with prizes awarded to the winners. This will be determined by entered data for each hive, and other users will vote on videos each beekeeper will produce and upload about their beehive and their related thoughts. This whole process may seem quite small due to what we are up against, but in truth we have incredible power, and through the author of all good, many small things shall be made great and bring to pass much good. Now for a few particulars about your hive. It will be established with a 3-pound package of bees with a complete 4-body, consisting of 2 10-frame brood bodies and 2 10-frame super bodies that are assembled and painted, plus 1 telescoping lid, inner cover, IPM bottom board, excluder, pollen trap, and entrance reducer. The included assembled frames are the finest, strongest, and most durable frames available. Every joint is both stapled and glued with an extra staple under each top bar end. The plastic foundation is naturally durable and heavily coated with beeswax from the United States. This plan will enable you to track the performance of each package of bees as they convert to a fully functional hive. Some of the things that we will be tracking are package quality, package suppliers, cases of CCD, viruses, various known diseases, fungus, parasites, effects of hive environment, weather, feeding, medications if any, general care of hives, hive buildup, and other factors as needed, such as area crops and known pesticides use. Some hives will need detailed lab testing as well as possible inspections by an area bee inspector and others. For new beekeepers, it's a good idea to normally start with 2 or 3 hives, but in this case, please share this information with other people you know, and instead of having 2 or 3 hives yourself, get others to join the program, if possible, and then work your hives together as friends. This will likely accelerate your learning curve, help you enjoy beekeeping more, and save you money, while adding diversity to the program.
All of this will cost each beekeeper $49.95 for each new hive each month for the period of the 1-year first round study. You will receive your bees in the month of April, while for current beekeepers with existing hives the cost will be $24.95 each month per hive. A lot of work needs to be done and contracts need to be signed, so get your orders in now, as the monthly fees are the only thing funding this program. Other research has already been done, but reported results are repeatedly corrupted because funding is predominantly provided by those who are or are related to the guilty parties. Thus the funds simply serve as hush money. I ask everyone that is able to get behind this program, either as an actual beekeeper or as a sponsor of one. It has all of the needed elements for success, which are diversity, independently funded testing, secure documentation, eyewitness testimony, simple solutions, central support with the publicity center keyed to accountability, public education, and good people. Please join this fight for health, because if you don't have your health, you don't have freedom. As a program member, you get your hive of bees, honey, health, and a chance to make a real difference with this organic grassroots program. Now for the moment of truth. If your answer is yes, click the link below to join. If your answer is no at this time, go visit someone you know who is confined to their home or in a hospital, particularly a children's hospital. Whatever the case, get involved, start researching, and take some sort of positive action. And lastly, as a further incentive to experienced beekeepers, I have decided to provide additional orders of bees and hives at wholesale prices to beekeepers that join this research program, with possibly large orders receiving free shipping. Thank you for listening. Again, my name is Rory Boware, owner of Busy Bees Apiaries and founder of honeybeetrends.org. Let's talk soon. Good day.
There are 90 food crops that are dependent on the bees for pollination. Your diet and mine. is dependent on that pollination connection.
What lies in store for the agriculture industry if the bees go away?
You like rice? If the bees go away, you'll have lots of rice, corn, wheat.
Without movable insect pollinators, and honeybees are by far the most efficient and the most easily managed to do that, we wouldn't have our fruits, we wouldn't have our vegetables, cows and our dairy industry and our beef industry. If we want a diet that is more than gruel, we need insect pollinators.